So we've had the invasion of the Rhineland, we've had the decision of Anschluss, and now comes the next set, which is the Sudeten crisis. Now, the Sudeten crisis is named after the Sudeten land. It's a part of Czechoslovakia, or was a part. If you see the map in the bottom, that orange section, that edge space, this was, well, it used to be Germany. It was taken away from Germany in the Treaty of Versailles to create Czechoslovakia. This area was called the Sudetenland. Now, Hitler believed that there were Volksdeutsch living in the Sudetenland. Actually, 3 million Volksdeutsch lived in the Sudetenland, and admittedly, a lot of them weren't a fan of being a part of Czechoslovakia. So Hitler made his intentions known that he wanted to take over the Sudetenland. He actually asked the, should we say, the Chancellor Prime Ministers of Czechoslovakia, hey, can I take over the Sudetenland? And they, I believe, said no. In fact, Hitler started to amass his armies on the border of the Sudetenland and Czechoslovakia, preparing to take the Sudetenland for himself. Now, the thing is, this was tense. This was actually the most tense thing we've got so far, because in the Rhineland it made sense, in Anschluss it was just a vote and the army was let in. This is the first time where Hitler's been told no, and he's decided to use the army to cause, shall we say, the thing he wants to happen. Now, knowing that meant the rest of the world kind of lost it, because that's the first time we've gotten close to a war. Remember, appeasement's all about avoiding war. We don't want people to fight here, so Britain and France became very, very worried. In fact, Chamberlain went and met with Hitler personally in his holiday home. There's videos of him being driven in to go and shake hands with Hitler, basically. And what was agreed is that Chamberlain was like, right, what do you want exactly? How do we make an agreement with you? And Hitler said, I just want the Sudetenland. I want nothing else, just the Sudetenland. And Chamberlain was like, I can go to Czechoslovakia's leaders with that. I can, you know, at least try and convince them to give you that bit, you know, to keep the peace. Thing is, once Hitler had gone to Czechoslovakia's leaders, he went back to Hitler. The agreements had changed. Hitler asked suddenly that, actually, could other parts of Czechoslovakia be given to Austria and Hungary, please? Because those places also want bits of Czechoslovakia. And Chamberlain saw a problem here. There needs to be more debate and there needs to be more countries involved to come to a peaceful solution. So he actually called a conference. It was called the Munich Conference, and there were 5 groups invited. 5 groups? Sorry, I'm mixing up. 4 groups invited. Britain, France, Germany, and Italy were invited to discuss what should happen to Czechoslovakia. They all met in Munich in Germany, and they, well, together discussed for a long time what should be done. Now, I'm not going to get into what the situation is, but that is the Sudeten crisis. The world has come so close to a war that Britain and France are scrambling to try and make sure that it's a peaceful transition or some sort. And it looks like it's an appeasing move. They're trying to placate Hitler, or should I say placide Hitler, I think that's the phrase is, but they're trying to make Hitler peaceful. They're not trying to make Hitler upset or angry. They're kind of, please stop crying kind of mentality. Now, what you need to know is a few things. Why did Hitler target the Sudetenland? What did Chamberlain agree to initially, and how did it change? What was the Munich conference and who was present? But then let's think about the futures of it. Who was not present at the Munich conference? Czechoslovakia, the country of which they were deciding whether they were going to keep or lose 3 million people, was not invited to the Munich conference. And in fact, with Czechoslovakia not invited and the USSR not invited, Britain and France happily agreed to give Hitler the Sudetenland. They said, that's what you get, just the Sudetenland. Thank you, Hitler. We're appeased you here. Here's your moment. Answer those questions, revise them yourself. You can answer them on your own. You're sorted. Good luck.